Hi and welcome to Hygge and Homeschool. My name is Maya and I am the homeschool mom of a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I am coming on here today to say Happy Mother's Day to all my fellow homeschooling moms out there. Today I'm gonna be making a little video for myself, for all the moms. Dads are welcome to watch. Any parent, grandparent, anyone is welcome to watch. But this is like a specific video for moms on Mother's Day. So I'm going to be talking about, I want to say 7 key points that you have to remember as a homeschool mom, not to get burnout and just to take care of yourself. So here is 7 points that I'm going to try to remember till next Mother's Day to do for myself and just think about in my everyday life. So here we go. So the first thing is, you are more than a homeschool mom. You are a whole person. I feel like sometimes it can become all absorbing. And, I think curriculums, I think, teaching styles, what are we going to do? Also just what are we going to eat, how we're going to, rhythm, making schedules, planning unit studies. When is the last time you've done something for you, just for you as a person, not a mom, not a wife, for you? That is the thing I want to remember to take, to just sit and do something that is homeschool at some point. That we're whole persons, we have a life, we have ideas. I have always wanted to write children's books, fantasy books, fairy tale books, and I hope that in the next year, until next Mother's Day, I can write something. That is my goal, and I'm saying it out now. It might not happen, but that is my goal. Oh, I love to write poetry. I do that also in the homeschool with my daughter. I need to start doing a little bit, being more of a whole person, because sometimes I get all absorbed in this home life and homeschool life. And I love being a mom, I love being a wife, and I love my life. But I also have to remember that I'm more than that. I'm also that, but I'm more than that. And for instance, I'm a writer and I want to write my books also. So that was the first one. The next thing is self-care and self-love. It's not selfish. You are charging your own batteries to take care of your families, to homeschool, and to be the mother and the foundation of your family and your homeschool life. And I love to lay in the bathtub. And I feel sometimes that it's so selfish because I can lay there an hour and not do anything. And I always feel there's stuff that I should be doing. I should be, looking at new curriculums, planning the next unit study, making a meal plan, doing everything. But self-love is not selfish. It is to model good behavior for your kids, that they love themselves, and one day when they have a partner, if they're not treating them right and loving them, if you love yourself, it's harder, to fall for someone who doesn't love you, and you have to model that behavior. So I'm thinking in the next year, until next Mother's Day, I'm going to get back to this video. I'm going to try and do a little act of self-love every day. If nothing else, just to model it to my children, that you have to love yourself. I want to take more bathtub trips. I want to spend a little time massaging my feet sometimes and doing just little things, making my favorite dish sometimes, even if nobody else likes it. I don't even know what my favorite dish is right now. I really like lasagna, so maybe I'll make that. But like little acts of self-love. We do so much for our family and for our kids and for our husbands and partners and whatever out there. And I really want to do that. I feel like I need that in the next year. So I hope you're with me on this one. Then there is the whole release the guilt and the unrealistic expectations. Your homeschool doesn't have to be perfect. Your home doesn't have to be perfect. Even if other people get up at 5 o'clock and write in their journal, or they have their kids bathed and perfectly teeth brushed and everything and down and sleeping at 8 o'clock, you don't have to do that. Love regular meals, good rhythm, moderately clean home is good enough. I mean, as long as you know, you teach them every day, you do stuff for them, you feed them good meals, that is good enough. So I want to try and let go of my perfection and my guilt in motherhood, and also even the bad stuff, like if you've yelled at your kids one day, luckily I can't remember when that happened last time, but even the bad stuff, or if you didn't model the best behavior to your kids, let go. You are an awesome mom. Your kids love you. You're doing so much for your family. So that was my next one, to release all that guilt and all that perfection and just have fun, enjoy homeschool, and try and be a little more in the moment and have fun in the next year. The next thing is prioritize my own creativity. I talked about writing, but also this YouTube channel. It always comes last, and I know I post in here, but you know, the kids are running around. I feel I've been really good at that one actually, and I want to continue that because I love this YouTube channel. I love the people that I've connected with. I love to read your comments. I love to share and get ideas and get inspiration, watch YouTube videos, make YouTube videos. I really love that, and this is my creative outlet. I've started using Canva. I never thought I could learn it, but it's so much fun to creating those collages and whatnot. I love to write my blog post and to then think, you know, all those creative things that I didn't think I had in me, and being like this lifelong learner. So as moms, I also think that is modeling good behavior, that you can learn for the rest of your life. You can do something for yourself and learn new skills and just have a creative outlet. I'm not saying everybody has to start a YouTube channel, but think about, do you want to paint? Do you want to... I would also like to learn to sew at some point, but that's not going to be this year. Right now it's a YouTube channel, and it is so phenomenal for me to be able to do this. I love to sit and write out what I'm going to say, like this video. I have all these points and about my next year, and this is such a good outlet for me. And yeah, have a creative outlet. Focus a little bit on your own creativity in all this. I know that outschool for me is also homeschool for me is also a creative outlet. Homeschool. That is a creative outlet for me, because I put a lot of my creativity in picking curriculum, making unit studies. But this YouTube channel is like my biggest creative outlet. All the stuff that comes around it, writing blog posts, scripting out what I'm gonna say, making the thumbnails in Canva and everything. I love it. So find your own thing where you can get this creativity out in everyday life. And for me, it's not finding it. For me, it's just continuing it, because when stuff gets busy, I have a tendency to down prioritize my own, goals and time. And I need to say, every week, just for an hour to write a video and film it, just give myself a little bit of time to do that, get my own creativity out there. That was my next thing. Number 5 thing is a thing that I might not have been that great at. It is build a support system. I have some awesome mom friends. If you're watching this, I love you, and I'm so happy you're in my life. I love the people who watch this channel and comment, and who read my blog posts and comment and reach out to me, and you are my support system. Well, I live, 4,000 or 5,000 miles away from my family, so all I have is my friends here, and I feel I haven't been that great at reaching out and doing a lot for my new mom friends. We moved, it's been hard getting new friends. That is a place where I hope to do something. I don't know if I can start a meetup or something for moms, just to hang out and chat and have fun. So that is my number 5 thing, which carries me right into number 6. Make space for joy and fun for yourself. Find out, put dance music on, find some mom friends, go out, you don't have to be a shopping spree, but just go out to shops, take a walk on the beach, find something joyful and fun. And I need to find that in the next year, something that I can do with my girlfriends, with my mom friends, even something I can do with my daughters, go out, have some more fun and joy. That is one of my main goals for the next year before next Mother's Day. The last one. You are enough and you are perfect just the way you are. I need to hear that. Maybe you need to hear that. And I want to be more kind to myself, give myself more grace, speak to myself as I talk to my children with love, with compassion. I feel like my kids might sense the way that I talk to myself, and I hope I sometimes I can be very talking down to myself. I even feel sometimes it even flows over to me talking in a I want to say bad way, but not bad way, but to my kids, that you can sound your voice, the tone in your voice, even if you're not saying the words. So that is the thing for the next year that I want to do: have more compassion, more grace with myself, and be more kind, and know that I'm enough. And even if I make mistakes, it's okay. I'm good enough, and I'm gonna forgive myself, and I'm gonna try and talk better to myself, give my internal voice to be better and talking better to myself. I hope you could use some of the things I said in this video, maybe all of them. And then I'll see you here next Mother's Day, and we'll see how it went. I thought it was a little Mother's Day gift I was going to give myself, to come out with these 7 points of things that I want to do in the next year and give myself in the next year. And I hope you could use the video, and thank you so much for watching. I would love a comment. Until next time, bye.